Good morning, YouTube. I have to apologize in advance because I still have this almost like a cold, so maybe I will be clearing my throat a couple of times like last video, but it is what it is. Anyways, we got some closes. Yeah, so on the weekly chart we don't really have any sort of bottoming structure. You can see here we have a very strong resistance up here. Mark that out. So if we can clear this with a weekly close above, then it's looking really good. And I'm gonna go through a couple of different scenarios because there are more bullish scenarios, but even though I've been talking about being more bearish. So here's the thing. On the longer term, let's get this out of the way. We have our 1, 2, 3, 4, and the final fifth, if it ended here, as I said in previous videos, then we have, let me show you. So we have 3 waves up here, 1, 2, 3, in an A wave. Then we have a B wave, and then 1, 2, 3 up in a C wave. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So everything is corrective in my eyes. Get rid of this shit and I'll show you some other potential scenarios. So it could be 1, A, B, C, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, or 2. And that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Both are really bullish. It could also be that we're doing a 1 WXY 2. So in the larger scale it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Both are really bullish and will set us up for really high targets, and probably the whole 4-year cycle. I mean, there are people talking about how the 4-year cycle is like broken, and the same talk, you hear the same talk around every top, that we're gonna extend. Like back here everyone was talking about 100k in Q1 of 2022, and it never happened. And during this dip everyone was buying the dip, and this was basically the start. This was 1, 2, 1, 2. I remember everyone calling it a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup, but then it just bled through, and back here everyone realized we're in a bear market. But by this time it's too late because we're already at the bottom. So trying to be a bit, because I want to respect the 4-year cycle, I'm being very careful with calling this a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, because if we're going to complete, if this is 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2s, and we got a bunch of 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4s to go, we're going to 300k plus, and I don't think we're gonna get there in the amount of time that's left. in this cycle. Because really we have like, we're gonna get this weekly cycle low, I believe, around that Fed meeting when they lower rates. I believe that will be the catalyst that sends everything higher. Yeah, you see my terrible drawing here. That if this is 1 2 1 2 1 2, we have then this next third wave, which is the third of the third of the third, should reach 154, and then 190 in the next wave 3, and then 250 in the final third wave, and then we still got a 4 and a 5 to go, which will probably take us to 300k, if not even higher. And to do all of these, because a kind of a rule in elite wave theory is that the wave 4 should be as long or longer in time than the wave 2. So if this wave 2 is, what? Let's say it's 6 weeks, then this wave 4 needs to be 6 weeks. And this wave 2 was 4 weeks, so this wave 4 needs to be 4 weeks. And this wave 2 was 10 weeks, so then this wave 4 needs to be 10 weeks. And by the time we're done with this 5th wave, we are way into 2026. So this count just doesn't really align with the 4-year cycle, which is why I'm very careful with that count, and why I think this is the more likely count, that we topped here, and this is on B. This is a B wave up, and that the next bear market will get us back into this range. However, in cycle theory, there's obviously no rule where the top should form. So technically, the top can form late in 2026 and the decline be super sharp. But the 4-year cycle low should still be a 4-year cycle low. So end of 2026 should be the bear market low. So, I mean, technically we could top in Q1 and then just at 300k and then do a sharp decline, like a flash crash down into that 4-year cycle low. But we have never extended into like the 4th year of the 4-year cycle. So while this time could be different, I'm not really gonna count on it. And I know a lot of people also talking about like no of these top indicators, these Bitcoin bull market top indicators. Let me just try to find one. Like here, all of these. None of them have hit. And because there's a lot of people watching these, what if Bitcoin tops without signaling any of those? Like, I don't think it's a necessity for Bitcoin to signal all of these bull market top signals in order to top. Like, I think it can top without signaling anything. Now, sort of a sneaky top, like no one expects it, and before you know it, we're back in this range because everyone is expecting a parabola, and yeah, we're just trickling down slowly back to this range, and from there, the next cycle, you're gonna get the parabola. that's what I'm thinking. This video turned out to be longer than I expected, so I'll make a separate video on the altcoins, on Ethereum and all that. So this is purely a Bitcoin video, apparently. Short term, I'm looking for a little... let's see here. We have... So this is this level here, the red one. We have the 50% fib, this decline, lining up with 50% of the weekly gap here, which I think holds liquidity. So I believe it's a potential, it doesn't have to happen, but I think we could come up here, grab that lick, then come back down, form maybe a double bottom here, or we flush all the way down here into the green zone, either to the 705 fib or the 786 fib, around that rate decision meeting. So that's my shorter time frame idea, potential idea. And on the longer time frame, you already know my plan, this sneaky top. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.